ThaBoxingvoice.com live here with the champ, Alycia Baumgardner. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing.
Is it as amazing as we believe? Like, I'm so happy for you. I mean, especially an upset win, via knockout in a division, in a class where people think there's no power for women.
Right. No, it's been amazing. Again, like I've just been on cloud 9, just the performance, the going over to the UK, become a world champion. Like it's been dope.
And signing, right? Did you get signed after the win or was it before the win?
No signing yet.
No signing yet. They're already announcing your next fight with Kelly Reese if she gets past.
No, that's at 40.
Oh, so
I'm
is
at
it McCaskill?
Yeah, McCaskill is at 40.
Because he was talking about you yesterday about a
was
potential fight with Alycia Baumgardner.
Oh shit. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, just walk us through it. I mean, you knocked her out on her feet.
Yeah, man, listen, I went over there as an underdog. Everything was, against me, and I was like, you know what? I believe in me. I know who I am. I know who I am as a fighter. I've been in this sport for 20 years, and so that was my opportunity to really take advantage of. And I took advantage. I took advantage of the press conference, the weigh-ins, the media workout, and then came the fight. That was time to have fun, and so I did what I had to and showcased that in the 4th round and made her slip on her feet, you know what I mean? So it was great. It was great.
Now, you mentioned in the pre-fight that you had power.
Mm-hmm.
How did you know how much power you had, and did you know you can get a knockout versus her?
Yeah, no, I think that as my camp that we previously had, training for Terry Harper, like, things were just clicking, and I'm just like, yo, like, this is it. And so I knew that if I stayed patient, the knockout was going to come, and so we practiced that, over and over. So it was just about being relaxed and letting the punch flow.
So obviously following you on social media, I know that you train with Tony Harrison and his brother. Are they your lead trainers, and how long has that been going on?
Yeah, they are my lead trainers. That's been going on for a while now since their father passed. And so, we're just going to keep the legacy alive and just keep pushing and, again, be undisputed at 130.
And you're originally from Ohio, right?
I am, yeah.
So did you relocate, or only for camp do you go to?
No, I stay in Detroit now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How is that?
Good.
It's cold over there. I was just there this week. It's freezing in the airport.
No, it's cold, just like Ohio, but, nothing to not do, you know what I mean? Detroit is a boxing city, you know what I'm saying? So just to be a part of a city like that and just be around great people and great trainers, I'm right in the right place.
And I hate to be so, I guess, traditional with the question about how you're feeling with women's boxing, but right now women's boxing is like on par with men's boxing.
Right.
Not just as many, but there are enough women's bouts per week to keep us entertained and keep women in our mind in terms of boxing. How do you feel that it's just starting to come to the forefront?
Like you mentioned, women's boxing is coming, and it's coming stronger than ever, and I think they're just now finally showing the light on women's boxing. And again, it's progressing. So when we have great fights, competitive fights, that's what builds the sport. And again, getting knockouts, no women right now is getting knockouts. And so I think that's going to change. I'm going to change the dynamic of women's boxing.
I'm so happy that it just clicked in my mind. I watched your fight live, but so did Mikaela. And while you're doing your post-fight, she's on her live like, they didn't ask you about nobody, no Jesus. They asked you about Mikaela. Like, did you see that? And what do you think about her being so excited and animated to fight you?
I think it's comical. It's a comical thing to me. Obviously, the attention isn't on her anymore. And, she had Terry Harper winning. So the fact that Terry Harper lost and the way she lost, it's like, damn, for her it was like, damn, I can't get, a fight like that. You're going to have to fight a dog. And, again, she's never been in the ring with a dog before, and someone who's really going to put her on her heels. And so, again, we're going to build that fight up, and sooner or later that will happen.
Now, I know from watching some of the older interviews that you've done, it seems like you gain your confidence because you said you spar men, but I've been to a lot of gyms, and most women spar men. It's hard to get female sparring.
But listen, this is the difference. You see 2 men fighting in the ring. You don't see a girl and a guy sparring. You see 2 men sparring. Because that's the pedigree that I bring. And that's the competition that I'm talking about. You know, a lot of women aren't on my pedigree as a fighter, the caliber as a fighter. And so when I am competing against men, these are good men. And so they're not going to take it easy. And I'm not taking it easy because they don't want to get caught slipping either. So that's just a difference between me and other women fighters, I would say.
I've seen a few. I don't know if you know Shadasia Green. She's definitely out of your height. And she was in a different Olympic class. But she's sparred with Clarissa Shields, Christina Harper, Alicia Napoleon, and Franchon Cruz. You know, she's in the 68-pound division. She only spars men. Like, she hit me with a body shot. I literally started running, but I'm not an amateur boxer. But I literally started running. So I do believe that some women have a lot of power.
And then again, you know, it's natural too. You know, this is a natural ability that I also have that just contributes to, you know, the sport of boxing. So it's just like I have the full package to really dominate. And so that's what I'm going to do and continue to do.
Again, another boring traditional question, but I think it needs an answer. I know you hear this a million times, but why a woman so pretty with all these endorsements? I know you're sponsored by Adidas. People think you can be a model. Why get punched in the face?
You know, I'm an athlete first, and so I'm competitive. I have a competitive nature. I've been in sports since the age of 5, and the fact that I am a model and I can box and I can find balance with that just promotes, you know, me as a fighter in the sport that I'm doing. So I'm my own promoter, and I'm going to promote the best I can and, you know, find the balance. So I love it, though. I love fighting. Like, fighting is my thing.
So I'm assuming you've sparred with Tony Harrison. He's pretty tall, long. Does that prepare you for Mikaela Mayer? And what about her are you not worried? Because I know you guys don't worry, but I mean, anything you think she does well?
Again, I don't look too much what Mikaela has to offer. Again, to me, she has an amateur style, and I know what I can do. So I don't even pay attention to her in that nature. You know, sparring with Tony Harrison is just good work all around. You know, he's a former world champion as well, so he knows my perks of what I'm good at and what I can be better at.
So you don't think that's a big fight? You seem so disinterested with Mikaela. Is there like a personal thing?
No, it's a big fight, but at this point, that fight needs to be built up. You know, that fight is the next women's big fight, but it has to be properly built. You know, before when I was going to fight her, they gave me like a 3-week notice, you know, and for me, I'm like, no, I'm a champion. This was prior to me even winning, but I'm a champion. That mindset is, no, this fight needs to be built. I'm not gonna come in and not get, you know, the full perks of what this fight can be. And right now, everybody's seeing that this fight can be a major fight for women's boxing.
The height, I don't know.
I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it.
I fall for the height. I'm always like, wow, he's taller. And then I see the shorter guy, Canelo, knock a taller man out. Why does height and reach not matter? But then commentators, analysts, oh, he's got the 70 or the 84-inch reach. He's got the height. They act like it's an advantage until they get in there with someone who's just more skilled.
So again, that comes down to experience. That comes down to knowing what caliber of a fighter you are. I've fought women who are taller than me. And that just gives me a better advantage to go to your body. And I know that I can dig to the body even harder and come to the top. So, again, the height, it don't matter to me.
Do you take any, I guess, inspiration from being from Ohio? I follow Marcus. I don't know if you know Marcus from Ohio Runs Boxing. And it's like, ever since I've been following, which is now about 8 years, I'm starting to really feel Ohio Runs Boxing. You guys produce a lot of talent. A lot of big names have come out of that city and or state. And you're from there, so I'm just wondering, do you really think Ohio just breeds good fighters?
Yeah, I would say Ohio breeds great fighters, you know, me being one of them, just being a world champion out of Ohio. I think every place has their perks of fighters, but Ohio is just one of those states as well.
All right. Well, Alycia, if you can, give out your social media for anybody that isn't following, thank you for this opportunity.
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram at Alycia Baumgardner or on Twitter at Alycia M. Baum.
For the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, from title, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.